Hey everybody, Phil Kerner here, the Tool and Die Guy, and what I want to do tonight is give you a quick lesson on how to use these guys, Starrett telescoping gauges. And it took me a long time to learn how to use these and feel confident with them. In fact, I didn't trust them for a long time. This was on my apprenticeship tools list many years ago, so I've had these a long time, and this is one of the requirements I had to have was a set of telescoping gauges. So this is a Starrett S229G set of 5 telescoping gauges, and the smallest one is 1/2 inch to 3/4. The largest one is 3.5 to 6 inches. I've looked around on the internet, and the reason I'm recording this video tonight is I believe there's a lot of voodoo going on with these things, and I understand that. These things are a little weird, okay? So I'm going to give you tonight a surefire way to get these things to repeat within a couple tenths. And you might say, Tool and Die Guy, are you smoking dope tonight? A couple tenths? You know? Yeah, a couple tenths. So let's start off. What I've got here with me tonight, a couple ring gauges, and these are very precise. And these are used to set bore gauges, and these are calibrated and honed out to a specific dimension. So this first one I have here is stamped 1.50000, so 1.500 right to the 10th. Okay, so let's get out a gauge here that matches that. So this is one I want is 1.25 to 2 1/8. Now check this out. So here's what you do, guys. What I'm reading and seeing people teaching on the internet is they're teaching you to put it in the hole, open it up, and kind of feel it and kind of play with it until it feels about right. Wiggle it back once, twice, tighten it. I'm going to tell you right now, I just did that. Let's see what we got. You're leaving it too much up to feel. I got 1 inch 502, okay? So check this out. Here's what you do. Loosen it up so it's totally loose, okay? Stick it in so you're still loose here, okay? This is still collapsing. The telescoping part is still collapsing. Nothing's tightened. Stick it in on an angle. Can you see that? I'm not straight up and down, I'm on an angle. Let me do it this way. Like that. Okay, so it's now on an angle, and then I'm just going to tighten it. And I'm going to force it, now that it's been tightened, to find the high spot. And I'm going to go back and forth a couple times. I don't even have to tighten this again. I already tightened it and forced the spring back. Let's see what we get this time. One inch 500. Perfect. Okay, so let's do it again. Loosen it up. Stick it in on an angle like that. Then you do it this way. Tighten it. And just push it down and let it force it in. That was a little too extreme. A little too extreme. I can't be that far on an angle. Okay, and then just let the plunger get forced back. And look at that, I did this like 3 times. Let's see what we get again. One inch 500. Right on the money. Repeats every time. Well, then I thought, okay, you got that trick down, Mr. Tool and Die Guy. Get this other gauge. And this one is 0.499997, so it's, wow, 3/10 under 1/2 inch. So again, we'll pick a gauge that matches that. And I'm just going to use the 1/2 inch to 3/4 because it's close enough. Even though this is technically a couple tenths under, same deal. I'm going to stick it in the hole on an angle. Loosen it. So the spring has been, it's sprung. Tighten it. And just let it force its way back. So now I've just gone straight back and forth. Let's see what we get this time. Should be just a hair under a ½ inch. And I am exactly a hair under a ½ inch. It works every time. So the trick here is it's spring loaded, okay? And you're not going to hurt these things. I mean, really. And the faces are, you can tell they've been lapped in and honed, and they're spherical. So, you know, again, we're not putting a wrench on these things to tighten them, but you can only tighten them so hard. So again, put it in the hole, at a slight angle, expand it, like that, expand it, tighten it, and just shove it back and forth while it's tight. Let's see it again. That's like a 1/10 under a ½ inch. Okay, so I'm not saying they're within a millionth here, but you've seen me repeat it 4 times here. That's the way to do it. So if you've really been struggling with telescoping gauges, that's how you do it. Put them in on an angle, snug it down, and just let it force this thing back to where it needs to go. Do not be this advice about playing with it and trying to find the high spot. You're killing yourself. I mean, I just did it again there. Let's just see what I got on this 1.5 inch, trying to do it the old-fashioned way and get a feel of it. That time came out pretty good, but nope, it's about a ½ thousandths under. If I do it the way I'm teaching you and set this at an angle, whoop, slight angle like that, then tighten it, and this, hope I got that tight enough. That one came out about a 1/10 under an 1.5 inch. So, hey, listen, I know these aren't dial bore gauges, but I used to consider these things, you know, ±3 because of the feel involved. Take the feel out of it. Tighten it down. Keep it loose. Tighten it. Straighten it out while it's still tight, and you'll get the same reading within a few tenths every single time. So I hope this takes the mystery out of the telescoping gauges, and I hope to see you at the Tool and Die Guy site, and even in my membership site, the Tool Room. Good tips like this released every week, and we'll see you on the next video.